Welcome to this week's edition of the sports segment here on MSU Tonight. I'm Corey Schreiber.
And I'm Mike Hall.
Murray State Athletics this past week entered conference play. Two of our Racer teams ended up crushing the competition in the OVC, while one team is still trying to find consistency in their play.
The women's soccer team has been on a tear in conference play. Racking up 15 goals through their last three matches over the weekend, the Racers defeated UT Martin 5-1 and Southeast Missouri 5-0. The Racers will face Morehead State on the road tomorrow at 4.
The women's volleyball team opened conference play against Eastern Illinois and SIU Edwardsville with two shutouts. The Racers grabbed 85 kills across the two matches and will face UT Martin tomorrow night at Racer Arena.
The Murray State football team suffered quite a setback this past weekend when they faced UT Martin on the road. The Racers lost 40-7 and gave up 500 yards. UT Martin was able to gain 32 first downs during the contest. Murray will play Eastern Illinois on Saturday at Roy Stewart Stadium.
There are more pros and cons this week for Racer Athletics, but the one con still stings quite a bit. Mike, what are your thoughts about the Racers this past week, and where will they go from here?
Well, Corey, it's hard to say, and I'm really curious about what's happening with the football team because, as we've talked about in the past, they really have some great building blocks, but it seems like they're not doing anything with it, and their defense is really looking subpar. Yeah. But at least, football team aside, the soccer team, the women's soccer team is doing really, really well.
Yeah. The soccer team has scored 15 goals in 3 straight games. I saw Ed Marlowe from the Paducah Sun. He tweeted out that right now Murray State's on pace to score 50 goals this season, which, I mean, I'd assume that would break a conference record at least.
Well, they're currently 3-0 in the OVC, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I wish our football team looked like that.
Well, good luck with that. The good thing is the soccer team, I mean, they were playing a lot of really tough teams from major conferences like the SEC, for example, but they seem like right at home against all the OVC competition.
They're not struggling, and the volleyball team is looking pretty impressive as well. They have been they've been on the road a lot, and they've been winning on the road, going to these different invitationals and tournaments, and several times they've come home with the entire win.
Yeah. I mean, because they went to when they played, I forget what the invitational is now. I know they played Purdue, which Purdue's like number 22nd in the country, at least the last time they played them. And of course, Murray State with the soccer team, they were playing major teams across the South. And it's funny because the football team played number 3 team in the country, scored 17 on them,
17
and haven't even been able to manage that across their past 2 games. And it's like, you know, like where are they going to go from here?
And in their first game, if you're talking about the Georgia game, their defense didn't look bad either. No. They were playing Georgia, so you have to keep that in mind, you know, with the amount of points that they did give up. They still put up a heck of a fight.
One thing's for sure is they're definitely looking at 2 teams that will definitely emerge in the cream of the crop of the conference. Yeah. Football, I don't know, what do you think the record's going to be? I'm thinking right now, I want to say like 5-6.
I would say that's a good estimate. I hope that we can get those 5 wins.
Well, I mean,
but I am excited to see where our soccer team goes this season. I think they may, they very well could win the whole OVC.
Yeah, so. I think they're putting all the pieces together. I mean, to make 4 NCAA tournament appearances in the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, that would be wonders for the university.
Yeah, they're looking impressive.
That'll do it for this week's sports segment. Stay tuned and witness Edie and myself go head-to-head in a battle of trivia for a lifetime, where the loser will face the almighty power of the wing of death here on MSU Tonight.
Stay tuned.